Spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare is the battle between the light that exists in the truth versus the darkness that exists in the lie. An accurate assessment of the reality is based upon knowing and perceiving the truth, which increases the light. And it is also in seeing rightly the way things are being truly represented. Through compassionate witnessing, when we recognize the honest truth in the matter, no matter how unpleasant that truth may be, by seeing it as it is, we are spreading the truth spirit and amplifying the light of higher consciousness around us. In this way, we bring the light to the dark by seeing the honest truth and illuminating the shadows by exposing them to the light. The promoting and speaking of lies to manipulate others qualifies as spiritual abuse and will gradually ruin and ultimately destroy any kind of relationship, as well as distort the perception of the reality, destroying clarity and spiritual connection. When people lie, they distort the energy field, both at the individual level and collectively. They distort the reality in those people who believe the lie they have been told, and thus continue to influence the false reality around them. Lying as spiritual abuse directly impacts the mind and how a person thinks. By trying to manipulate others into believing their lies, they are spreading darkness, and therefore holding their thought forms captive in a web of deception, in the distorted version of a false reality. The negative alien agenda have used artificial intelligence technology to build the distorted reality based upon the lies they have spread. When we are caught up into believing these lies as truth, when the darkness of these lies fills our consciousness body, it ushers us into the artificial timelines of the distorted reality. Most people that are compulsive and habitual liars tend to have an assortment of addiction problems, addictions to things in the material world, negative ego thought forms, or to actual drugs and alcohol. Addiction allows darkness to flood into the light body, which invites parasitic entities to access their physical body through a chemical doorway that is generated in the altered state of consciousness brought about by taking the drug substances. If the lying and spreading of darkness continues to build the web of deception in the distorted reality, the darkness encroaches upon the soul light, producing internal harm and sequential fracturing. Soul fracturing leads to parasitic entities, spirit attachments, and demonic possessions that attach into the light body and then use the body for their own purposes. This harm to the light body will drastically impact the person spiritually. It interferes with the process of how they connect and relate to themselves, others, and God, producing sensations of despair, misery, and disconnection from life. The promotion of lies and false beliefs generate a mass of confusion and stress that derails us from our higher expression and purpose, which ultimately is to fulfill a productive, contented, and joyful life. It is possible to live in our soul purpose through service to others, even when we are engaged in spiritual warfare and living on a prison planet undergoing liberation.